We're here at the Sundance Film Festival to announce the launch of Season 2 of Project Greenlight. The contest began in September of 2002. We got about 7,000 submissions from around the country.
It would mean everything to me if I won.
There's nowhere you can go get this opportunity, nowhere.
Our life is going to change drastically. It already has.
Over the next few days here at Sundance, the Project Greenlight finalists are going to have to prove themselves in a series of pretty intense pitch meetings.
And you feel like it's possible to do it for $1 million?
To me...
Am I missing something? Maybe I'm missing something.
No.
We will then decide who gets to make their movie and throw a big party where we announce that to the world. We're throwing a party to announce the winner of Greenlight this year.
And welcome to our coming out party.
Project Greenlight's a contest for screenwriting and directing that we do on the internet.
Amateur people who've never made a movie before, never has sold a screenplay before, get a chance to do just that.
We changed the contest this year. There are separate categories of writing and directing. The eventual winner gets the $1 million to direct a movie.
We pick a script, and we pick somebody to direct that script, and then they go make that movie.
I mean, I think it'd be pretty intense for them to sort of go from whatever they've been doing to literally coming to work every day and trying to make this movie.
People can see how hard it is to do this 7 days a week, 18, 20-hour days sometimes. We want to show things as they really are.
I am Tim Curley. I am 27 years old. I live in Boston. I am unemployed, and I am a director.
I do a lot of, like, you know, shorts and music videos, kind of got my hands on a lot of different things, you know.
I felt it was appropriate to shoot here in the cemetery because this is where my writing career will be if I don't win Project Greenlight 2.
I think for year 2 of Project Greenlight, the biggest difference is that we're picking 2 separate winners. There's a winner of the writing contest and a winner of the directing contest, whereas last year we picked one person to direct their script. The writers submitted screenplays and the directors submitted scenes that they had shot, and then we asked both the writers and the directors to submit filmmaker profile videos.
I want it. I've been working for the last 10 years to try to get to this point.
I'm 28 now, and there's a fear that creeps inside. It makes you wonder, is it ever going to happen for me?
I kind of have to be a writer because I have ideas constantly.
And the reason I wrote Only in LA is because I got dumped.
In some ways, it's kind of a modern fairy tale.
I say we get somebody good with an edge. Take this Eminem guy. He hasn't done anything lately. Put him in a movie, see what he could do.
For the writers contest, the Project Greenlight online community evaluated all the screenplays and created a list of the top 50. We read all 50 scripts, then we got together in December to pick the 10 finalists who we would bring with us to Sundance. The panel included me, Matt and Ben, Kurt Andrews from Blockbuster, and Eli Holzman from Miramax. We want to try and make a movie that, you know, has the potential to go out and be commercially successful.
I don't think we want to send the message out, you know, let's try and make as much money as we can. I think it's like, let's make the best movie as we can and see people sitting in the room talking.
You just have to operate under the assumption that you make the best movie that you can, and at the same time, being responsible to the commercial element of it, because you can only assume that you never know what's going to make money. You only assume that if you make a movie that you think is the best movie, then it follows that has the best chance to be successful.
What we're basically trying to do is keep the project alive by kind of satisfying all of our financial partners. And the true success of it is if we end up with a movie that everybody goes, this is a great movie, we're really proud of this movie, and we kind of prove to the studio system that there is a way to do this.
Scripts. You want to start throwing out ones we all can agree on? Yeah.
Shaker Heights.
Shaker Heights, Odd Jobs, Rebound Guy. Yeah. You want me to put The Prisoner up? I'll put The Prisoner up there. I know everybody liked it. Wow, this could go really quick.
Submissions we got this year are a lot better. It's fun when you're reading other people's work that you admire.
I was very, very impressed with the process, and very, very impressed with the knowledge, especially from Matt and Ben, how committed they were to this, because they went back to their roots and said, this is how they started. They're extremely dedicated.
I have their cheeks up there right now.
Spirited strippers and funny gangsters. The gangster bitch thing, apparently a real stripper writer.
They're kind of going to look like such assholes on the show, though, just there in the strip bar shooting the movie the whole time. But
if you're worried about your image now, I got to tell you, you're too late. That ship has sailed, my friend.
We had a different process for picking the directors.
The 10 director finalists got this kind of almost unintelligible 2.5-page script. It was a really interesting challenge, though, to get a director to tell a story from something that made no apparent sense.
Seriously, is that what I think it is?
I don't know.
Is that what I think it is?
I don't know. What do you think it is?
Is that what I think it is?
I don't know. What do you think it is?
So then we looked at all the top 10 scenes and had to narrow it down to the 3 that we were going to take to Sundance.
Is that what I think it is? I don't know. What do you think it is?
Is that what I think it is?
I don't know.
It's so sad.
Great.
We were really surprised and thrilled with what we got back, which were some incredible, incredible stories.
We're supposed to narrow it down to 3. That was the official 10-3 meeting. And we were only going to bring 3 directors, but ultimately we couldn't pick 3, so we went with 4.
The fact that we changed from 3 to 4 directors just shows you how hard the decision was.
While we were deliberating, Harvey Weinstein, who's the head of Miramax, stopped by to check up on us.
We were shocked, given that Harvey, didn't show up once, last year because he was like, I don't want to be on camera. I'm the wizard. I'm behind the curtains.
So I heard Matt Damon's doing like Farley Brother movies now. Does he have to put shit in his hair and stuff?
No. I just like those movies where they pay.
So, Harvey is the man. He's the guy who can make the movie a success. He's the guy that made Project Greenlight a reality. So when he came in, I really wanted to get him excited about this year's crop of contestants.
Hey!
He was about to.
Oh, I fucking got it.
Harvey and his crew had to leave to go to a premiere. So after they left, we called the finalists to let them know that they'd be coming to Sundance.
Hello?
Daniel.
Yeah.
This is Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, and Chris Moore calling.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my God, if this is somebody else, I'm gonna kill you if I find out who this is.
No, this is us, man. Seriously.
I promise.
Now, if it's really you, tell me, because either this is the coolest thing or the cruelest thing.
Ask me anything about Matt Damon. I know everything about him.
Don't waste your time asking questions about me. You have the sexiest man alive on the phone right now.
I wasn't even this excited when I lost my virginity.
Oh, so you've already met Ben.
Okay. What we're going to ask of you to do is to come to the Sundance Film Festival and sit down and talk to us.
It was the beginning of, all right, you guys have to start thinking about this as a reality in your life. Because now we're making them travel, now we're making them miss whatever their day job is. Now we're actually going to make them come compete face-to-face with their competitors and try and convince us to let them make a movie.
Sarah Gamble, I'm 26. We're writers and we live in Los Angeles.
This is Sam Hofbrau, the Divey Strip Club that was the inspiration for our screenplay, Cheeks.
Both of us have backgrounds as exotic dancers. I first became a stripper in college. The pay was so much better than the telemarketing job that I had. And I love it. I love the material that I get out of it.
Regardless of what happens, whether we win or lose this thing, our life is going to change drastically. It already has.
My name's Adam Tobin. I live in New York City. I'm 31, and I am a game show writer. Yeah. Winning this would it would just mean that all the work I had done was coming really to fruition. My script would be a movie.
This is the pinnacle for me. It doesn't get any better than this.
Now that I'm here as a top 10, screenwriter, the pressure's on, and you really realize that this is an opportunity that could really make you now.
If I don't win, the first thing I'll do when I get back home is I gotta get a job.
Just make sure it's non-smoking or I'll get sick.
My name is Robert Lynn. I live in Nashville, Tennessee. I am 35 years old, and currently I'm remodeling homes that I sell for profit. I hope. This contest is a big contest, and there's a lot of talented people here. And if you're selected as the winner, then you know what? You had a good screenplay.
Winning this contest would change our careers. I mean, writing screenplays...
Change our lives.
Absolutely. Yeah. Writing screenplays is what we want to do for a living.
It would mean everything to me if I won. To have your movie made and to be exec produced by people like Damon and Affleck, people who've won Academy Awards. I mean, it's a writer's dream.
I think all the contestants in general are faced with the reality that their future could be changed within a couple of days.
So, am I the first person here?
Which flight are you on? American flight?
Yeah.
If I won this, it would mean that my dreams get to come true.
Hi, my name is Jessica Landau. I live in Los Angeles, California. I work as an editor, and I'm 29. I'm older than 29.
After I read the script, Battle of Shaker Heights, I was dying to get in touch with the writer.
Oh my God, it's so good to meet you. You're like, yeah?
I read a lot of scripts, and it's almost never happened to me that I found material that I connected to so much that I wanted to direct it. And it's pretty ironic and amazing to me that it happened in this contest, that I found a script that I love. I put the script down and I said, oh my God, I might actually get to make this into a movie.
It's 1441.
It's been a long road, and it sounds cliche. When I was a kid, I wanted to, you know, but it's true, and it's like I feel like I've been working for 20 years on this.
I think there's absolutely no room on there right now, so I don't know.
There will be in a day or two.
Is anything going to be charged?
They won't charge.
Okay.
What ticks me off? Matt Damon and Ben Affleck making terrible, terrible movies. I don't want to be a part of Project Greenlight. I did a really bad thing. Ephraim sent me his video, and I rearranged some of it. This is a competitive industry. I'm Ephraim Patel, 30, Los Angeles media artist.
And I'm Kyle Rankin, 30, Topanga, California, landscaper.
I think Project Greenlight's a huge opportunity for me and for Kyle and for anyone who's struggling to get into the business.
We're meeting, you know, movers and shakers that are actually making things happen. And it's really great. It's a great opportunity.
Hi, my name is Dagan Merrill. I'm 27 years old. I'm from Los Angeles, California, and I am a filmmaker. To make a studio quality feature at the level that I'm at is an opportunity that you can't get. There's nowhere you can go get this opportunity, nowhere.
Okay, so I just want to talk a little briefly about how tomorrow's going to work. So they're going to interview the writers first. You're going to do your pitch. They're going to ask you your questions. At the end of that initial review, they're going to narrow down the field. They're going to let you know whether your script is still in contention or not. So unfortunately, some of the writers tomorrow will know whether they're still involved or not.
The decision was made that after the initial review of the screenplay writers, that we would narrow down the field from the 10 that we brought to match the 4 directors that we brought. So we narrow the field from 10 to 4. So basically, after the first day, more than half of the screenwriters are going to find out that they were no longer in contention in the contest.
I mean, Fred told us that tomorrow is the day.
Most of you will be cut. I felt the whole room got really quiet, and I looked around and all the writers had that look on their face like they were about to take their medicine.
That's really it. I'll be around. You guys have my cell phone. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a call.
Thanks, Fred.
People took a step back and sort of realized that, you know, at the end of the day tomorrow, this whole long journey they'd been on probably would come to an end for most of them. And, you know, for a lot of these people, this is their life's dream.
We can go to the bar, we can go to my room, we can go out there. I just wanted to have some kind of game plan about what we're doing.
Okay, so we can help you interview.
Yeah.
At least if we get cut tomorrow, it puts us out of our misery early. Nice way of putting it.
In Hollywood, the hardest thing about getting your movie made is getting the script to people who make the decisions. Project Greenlight really wipes away all of those barriers. You get to talk to the decision makers, and you get to plead your case. I'm about to meet, you know, Matt Damon and Ben Affleck and the president of Miramax Films and whoever else. Oh, speak clearly. Oh, thank you.
You know what? I really need to just kind of check in. They've got us kind of at this holding tank at this hotel, and we're going to take this one at a time up at the house, and this is it, Devin. This is where the rubber hits the road. And so the actors are up there, Moore's up there, and
writers come, and we're going to interview them first and talk to them about their scripts, talk to them about budget and creative ideas or criticisms or concerns we were going to have. Start to narrow down the 1 or 2 or 3 movies that we really might do.
Chris, Ben, hey guys, very good.
It couldn't have been more tense. You're facing the president of Miramax Films and Meryl Poster. You're facing Eli Holtzman, also from Miramax, Kurt Andrews from Blockbuster, Matt and Ben, me, all on a couch sitting there. You're on the hot seat. You know you got however much time we give you to convince us.
You're gonna have to excuse me because I am just a little nervous.
It's all right.
No, man, no. Just
we have it set up like the Inquisition.
Look, Leo, we love your script. You wouldn't be here if we didn't love your script, man. So yeah.
It's really good. You did an astonishing job.
We're huge fans of your. Yeah.
Also, like it's not gonna live and die based on
what happens here. I mean,
here.
you could tell us to go fuck ourselves. We're still gonna love your script and really appreciate your work. So don't worry about that at all.
I mean, I'll like the script a little less.
I brought a box of presentations. Is that cool? And
a box of like handouts?
What's in there?
What do you got?
Oh, these are just screenplays in case anyone needed to refer.
Order of the Dragon is a huge epic movie set in the Crusades.
I just want to draw your attention quickly to the FX section.
Is it a completely digitally created movie?
I have a brief example of that under the imagery section, where.
I just really admire the guy. He spent 3 years researching that. He spent 3 years writing it.
But for some of the female roles, and that's one of the things in the film, is that there wasn't. I haven't thought about. Sorry, but Jennifer Lopez is a little distracting. Hi, Jennifer. Thank you.
The Battle of Shaker Heights is about this kid, Kelly, who's really pissed off at his life. He's really smart and funny and bitter. And it's basically about his coming of age.
Just curious more because I was really kind of moved by the script. I didn't really like it. Why was it this story and not, so many other stories that you've written?
It's one of the classic stories that people always try and tell is the coming of age story.
Battle of Shaker Heights would be a really good movie. It's certainly the most challenging, least kind of straightforward.
It's about this incredibly compelling character, Kelly, who is like a classic anti-hero.
Well, have you had a chance to talk to some of the director finalists and get to know them and interact with them at all? And
as I'm sure you guys know, Jessica has expressed incredible passion to me about the script.
Stalking is the word that you've heard.
She stalked me.
Jessica stalked you, really?
The chick tracked me down. Yeah, she
tracked you down here, you mean?
No, at home.
Right.
She called me.
Does that scare you, or does that make you?
What do you think about that?
To me, it isn't scary. To me, it's like, okay, she will drag this movie to the finish line no matter what.
One of my only notes about the script was that I felt like the kind of patrician, waspy family, this was the one standout, kind of predictable, one-dimensional. They're sort of demanding and emotionally removed and waspy. Do you agree with that? Is there a way you could address that and maybe make it more?
Sure. No problem.
Sure.
What do you want, man? Yeah, we can do anything. Yeah, no.
I can't get a sense of Erica. She seemed to agree with us and open to what we had to say, but I'm not 100% sure that she really felt that way.
To me...
Am I missing something? Maybe I'm missing something.
No, to me it was important that...
So it was hard to sort of penetrate that kind of mask I felt like she had up a little bit and get down to what's your story, you know what I mean? What's the story with the tattoo? Does it mean anything?
Yeah. My heart on my... Yeah, so when I was 17, got this tattoo to remind myself that I would always be an artist. And if I was ever in a situation where I was embarrassed to have this tattoo, like I was, a stockbroker and I felt like I had to cover it up, that the 17-year-old version of me would be very pissed off. So there it is.
You did put it somewhere where you'll never forget it.
Okay, great.
Thank you very, very much.
Too.
Thanks a lot. It was really great meeting you guys. Thank you so much. Really, really great. Thank you. Thank you.
I was always a little bit wary in terms of Cheeks of it being like the way it would be perceived. Oh, Greenlight. Now they're gonna do the stripper movie or whatever. So that worried me, in a way it was like a strike against it.
We really, really wanted to do here with Cheeks was get that balance where, yeah, it's slapstick, yeah, it's funny, yeah, it's a bit dark, but this film has heart. We're gonna care about these people, and that was...
It does have heart. That was one of the things that really stuck out to me, was that, as for a movie like that with, big characters, gangsters, strip bars, heists and stuff, it actually has, heart, frankly.
Well, it's about true love, and I don't think that there's anything deeper,
There's some people have said, strip club business, topless bar business, that there's some element of exploitation. There's some element, there's a seedier side of it. There's a side that's, not so palatable to the people.
My answer to that would be that that's not my reality. I've spent several years in that business.
I liked the characters in Cheeks, and I really liked the writers of Cheeks.
They were incredibly impressive in the room, and I think they kind of blew everybody away.
Would you call it a caper sort of heist kind of movie or a love story?
I would call it a caper comedy with a heart.
They were very serious, substantial, thoughtful people who had written the script that was very much I think, make a good, Guy Ritchie kind of, Tarantino feeling kind of movie.
And that 20 minutes in there with them represents hours and hours and days of work for us in the last few months. And it really represents years of preparing for a meeting like that one.
I like those women. I think they're smart.
I still like their movie better than Shaker
Heist.
Heist.
What they want to do, then apologize for it.
I'm making a turn, yeah.
I like them better than
Shaker.
Shaker. You could cast the shit out of Cheeks, and you could have so much fun in there.
I know, because I know how many times I've been.
Prisoner is about Derek, and he's a high-profile director, and he's looking for a location. Goes to an abandoned prison, and something happens there. The thing about Prisoner is, number one is my protagonist becomes my antagonist, and my antagonist becomes my protagonist. I try to give my audience right to the edge of thinking they understand what this is about and take it away. And I do it again and again and again. You got to read it 3 or 4 times to really get all the crap I put in there, because there's all kinds of red herrings, all kinds of cool stuff in it.
My man flat out comes out and he's like, you can't understand my work unless you read it 4 or 5 times.
If you make statements like that, you're going to engender some ill will.
The first time I ever went to New York, I don't know what happened, but I sat on a couch for 5 days. Didn't move. Just sat there. Don't even really remember much of it. I lived this. I know that's scary.
Whoa. That's a little spooky, man.
Don't be scared about all this, but what had happened was there were some things that had happened a long time ago.
I think he did write a good script, and I think, a lot of really good writers I know are really fucking weird.
You ready, Sensei? I'm ready.
Congratulations, by the way. Very funny, very accomplished, well-written script.
So, which one of you was rebounding?
That was me.
Rebound Guy is about 2 friends who start a service for women who are on the rebound, who get dumped.
What other movies that you guys really, like and admire would this be similar to?
I mean, for me, what kind of movies do I think romantic comedies have that kind of beating heart? I think of My Best Friend's Wedding, because I think there's some stuff in that. It's very funny, it's very quirky, but there's some stuff in that that's really deep.
We feel it's a universal story. I mean, it's so accessible, and there's something in that theme of having your heart broken. If it's by another person, if it's not getting the job you want. There will be some disappointment if we don't make the next cut, but at the same time, I would understand. I mean, how do you choose between all this? I can't.
Thank you. Meeting the writers took a long time, but we really wanted to sit down and give all of the writers a chance to pitch their scripts and convince us that their script should be the winner of Project Greenlight.
I know that this script is not, it's not a bomb on a bus. It's funny and sexy, and I think
it speaks to something that is universal.
It's sort of about pursuing passion, defining yourself, that kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, I think the key thing is it's hard to get this kind of movie made in a regular studio.
Why don't you fire out just with telling us kind of from the beginning, like why you wanted to write this script?
I've always loved Westerns, and I've always loved thrillers. Sixth Chamber came to me about 4 years ago over just a stupid little vision. You know, I never quite can explain how an idea comes to you.
This is the experience of a lifetime. I mean, this is the best thing that's ever happened to me.
How many scripts have you written?
12.
Oh my God. You know, if you could kind of try to encapsulate the sort of central driving thematic, you know, what people walk away from this, what you're saying with this.
The only perfection is imperfection, you know? That's what I like about it. It's a very, very universal theme.
I mean, bottom line, you want to sell tickets. With a script like Renaissance, so you've got a built-in marketing machine.
And you feel like it's possible to do it for $1 million?
That night, I wrote the synopsis. 3 weeks later, China Girl, the first draft was done.
Wow.
It just wrote itself.
Right. The next 24 hours are going to be real hard because everybody who's here, we believe should and will have a career in this business.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Thanks.
After having met with all of the writers, we really wanted to narrow it down to a smaller number of scripts that were clearly the best scripts and clearly the ones that had the chance of being the Project Greenlight 2 movie.
Are you good with this 5, keeping the 5?
I'm good with those 5. I don't think that Odd Jobs, I wouldn't keep Odd Jobs. I think he's smart. What he had to say was very touching, but I don't know if these directors could carry that off. I think it's a real auteur kind of movie.
Well, if nobody's going to argue for it, then let's kill it.
It's okay. I think it's good to have 4 and 4. That's a good number. 4 directors, 4 scripts.
Why? Why do you need to have 4 and 4? What difference does that make?
Because I'm anal compulsive, and I like to have things in their little orders, and I like to have it, match up, and so, you know what I mean?
So we're headed down to the holding area, and we're going to narrow down the writers to the scripts to 4, so that we can talk to the directors for about the 4 specific scripts that are left, rather than having to talk to them about all 10. My plan is to tell them all as a group, so maybe they'll stay controlled, and no one will attack me.
I've just been feeling feelings running the gamut from sobbing on the floor desperation, and I don't mean that figuratively. I literally mean getting on the floor and sobbing.
If I get cut today, I'll crash on some level. It will be hard.
Did the writers get down here? Okay. How's everybody doing? Everybody good? So, unfortunately, we're cutting out 6. Feels like the fucking Survivor moment or some shit like that. You guys tell me which is easier. Say the 4 that are still in it, or say the 6 that are out? Let's go. Okay. The 4 that are still in it are Prisoner, Battle Shaker Heights, Cheeks, and the Rebound Guy. All right. So, again, we really appreciate everything you guys have done. I hope you still have a good time. I know for those of you who are not in it anymore, it should be a really fun time, and we really were amazed this year.
All throughout this process, I have been hoping. And he started naming names, and I was expecting to hear mine. I was surprised when I didn't.
I think most of us who weren't picked were a little shell-shocked.
I'm very, very happy, very gracious that I made the top 4. I think my script deserved to be there, yeah.
I just felt so much just kinship and empathy with everyone in the room that it was like I was so happy for the people that made the cut, and I wanted everyone to make the cut.